Good evening, this is Melissa with the StockSwoosh.com, and tonight I'm going to go over BBBY continuation gap. It's Monday, January 14th. This stock acted so lovely today. I love charts. I really love charts. I'll tell you what this thing did today. I saw it this morning, it was on my watch list for a continuation gap because it had gone up here, dinged a teeny weeny little bit, 30 cents, over this gap that I played back here in December, then held itself right back down into a topping tail, so I liked it. Triggered on the sell setup here, had a nice move in this day, rested, did another topping tail, not a problem, stayed under this one over here, which the top is 57.49, went over here, 57.27, and then triggered here again on a daily sell setup right in here and stayed under this. This high is lower than this high. On Friday it triggered. I had it on my list. This morning I said, you know what, this thing's gonna have a nice red bar one of these days. Didn't expect this big of a bar today, as it turns out, but it played out and it was a very nice trade. And as it turns out, when you look at this here, everything looks fabulous. But I'm going to go to the 15-minute, the 1 minute. If you look at the 15-minute, the 1 minute, you almost think that it's not going to work because this triggered on a daily buy setup, went 1 penny over the previous bar here, more than 1 penny, 56.84, 56.85. This triggered as a buy setup here. Now, I would never buy this. This isn't really a buy setup. The stock's in a downtrend. It just triggered on a daily sell. But at one point this morning, this stock was green, looking like it was going to go higher, and some people would have bought that. It would have been terrible to do, but I'm just telling you that's how it looked in the morning. It was green. Right in here in these moving averages, and it triggered. But you know what it did? All it did was go up to $57 to the penny and got slapped right back down with all kinds of selling and came in on the day the way that I wanted it to and was perfect. Perfect. All right, now I'll show you what happened. Okay. If you look at this chart from just looking at it from a perspective of reading Japanese candlesticks, and if the only way that you know how to trade and the only way you ever learned was to do sell setups, you would have had no clue how to trade this today, all right? That's why you need to learn sophisticated chart reading. And sophisticated chart reading is more than buy setups and sell setups. Sophisticated chart reading is more than looking at one or two things. Sophisticated chart reading, real technical analysts read the price and can read the price correctly, and in combination with moving averages, with all the charts of all the time frames, with the Japanese candlesticks and all the things that I teach in the class in a combination format, can make proper trading decisions to get these things that actually this was perfect today. But if you look at the candlesticks, if you only take trades that do sell setups, you never got in this today and you never made any money in it, and it was perfect. Doesn't look like it's perfect if you look at the candlesticks, but as far as the price patterns go, it was perfect. It's rallied up this morning and hit $57 and got smacked right down in. Could have shorted it at 57 bucks as soon as it held. And look at this move that it had today. $1.40. Shorted it right there, boom. That's it. That's the entry. This is just an incredible chart. Incredible chart. All right? Now, if you didn't get the first morning move in this, okay, you could have shorted this right here at 56.27 as soon as it tried to go higher here and do a 5-minute buy setup, and it couldn't, and did a topping tail immediately. The stop is over 45. You take it and you take it down, and even that move, okay, even that move at 56.26 paid you not quite $1, basically 70-some cents if you took it down. Really, the target I said in the room was really 55.75. I thought was a dream target in this today, but as it turns out, it went down to 55.59. It's still lower, and will break this bar. And actually, the target's $53. Here's the target on this thing after it breaks under that bar, right here. Beautiful, really nice. There it is. Okay. Now I don't know how long it takes to get there, but it's on the move now. It's on the move now. It should not wiggle and jiggle back up in here anytime. Should no more wiggling and jiggling, okay? Maybe a little bit, but not all the way back up here. All right, and this thing should start to hang down on it now. Okay, so what was I saying about the perfection in this? Just the utter perfection in this chart. And even if you look at the 5, it looks sloppy. If you want to take sell setups, where the heck do you get in this? You have to, there's a better way to trade, okay? I'm telling you right now that there's places that teach that. It's not enough information. You will never make it as a trader if that's all that you do. You won't make it. You've got to learn more. This is the stuff that I teach. Be in my trading room, take my class. You got to learn sophisticated chart reading. Do you think that people that are trading these hedge funds and institutional money are just taking sell setups and buy setups? Are you kidding me? No way. No way. Okay? They read charts with a sophistication level that I don't know that anybody teaches except for me. And remember, I'm only teaching one thing. I'm only teaching professional bearish gaps, but I'm an expert on it. I'm an absolute expert on it, and my chart reading skills are really becoming quite exceptional as well. I mean, this stuff like today, look at what this did. This is what you would have seen this morning. How would you have known what to do? Would you have bought that? Would you have shorted that there? As it turns out, it was perfect. Rallied up to $57 to the penny. The stock was lower. The chart was lower. And as soon as it hit 57, you short it. As soon as it can't go above that, you're in. The quickest you can get in, you take it. All right? Or wait for the sell setup if you need to, but you really never got one. You really, really never got one, okay? You really never got a clean entry except for that one on the 5 list. You shorted it right at $57, all right? And that takes real conviction to do that. And then, of course, the chart was lower here. And then at one point, okay, there was a later entry right in here where it retested up here into 56.20. This is another perfect short right in there and fell down then to target and then bled the rest of the day. And what did this do then in the afternoon? Let me just look at the 5 really quickly and to see where did that hit that number. Yeah, it looks like it took into the close to hit the low number there, but it was well worth it. I mean, it was well worth getting paid. Well worth getting paid in this thing. Absolutely worth it. And even back down here then later in the afternoon, like around the 1 o'clock, it tried to get over 56 and couldn't do it. Did it by 2 pennies, and you could have retaken it here back down for this move. Boy, did this pay you today. The short into 57, this 5-minute failure to go higher, okay? The other entry then, which tested up here at 56.20, and then another entry here that couldn't get over 56 to take it down into the low of the day. This thing paid all day. This was a beautiful trade. This was a beautiful short, and the morning entry there, shorting that at 57 was incredible. Really. The stock's lower. This is a beautiful trade. If you would like to know how to find these gaps and play these gaps, this is BBBY. This is a continuation gap. This is a continuation gap from December, and it's continuing lower. And it's trading perfectly. And these are the ones you want to get. These are the ones that have the nice stops and the nice entries and just play them out so beautifully. This is Melissa with thestockswoosh.com. If you're interested in more information on my Golden Gap class or the rating system I use to find these stocks, or even how I'm taking these entries or finding these entries or playing these entries, or if you're interested in my trading room and signing up as a member, feel free to contact me at melissa@thestockswoosh.com. Thanks and have a great evening.